Hello everybody, Michelle here, and today we're talking about 3 secrets that the narcissist does not want you to know. And throughout the video, I'm going to also add 1 secret that you have that you should not let the narcissist know. So let's get started. Number 1, the narcissist does not want you to know what they're thinking when they're giving you the silent treatment. Why? Because if you really knew what was going on in their minds, if you really understood their thought process, you wouldn't beg, you wouldn't cry, you wouldn't chase after them trying to get them to break the silent treatment, you wouldn't even try to reason with them, you wouldn't spend the whole day ruminating, wondering what you did wrong, analyzing, overanalyzing, and trying to figure out how to reconcile and make things right. No, you wouldn't do any of that. You would run. So what does go through their mind when they're giving you the silent treatment?
Wow, look at her face. It's like an invisible slap just took place. All I did was stop talking to her. All I'm doing is ignoring her. Look at how devastated and crushed she looks. It's like I'm the oxygen that she needs to live, to exist. Without me, she is broken and dying. I am so powerful. I am so amazing. Look at how important I am, and look at how powerful I am, that I can break somebody so easily. Last time I did this for 2 weeks, and it looked like she was going to go crazy, like she was going to pull every hair out of her head. I wonder what would happen if I went for a month. God, it feels so good to be needed, and so good to be looked up to and be important. Anytime I start to get bored or feel inadequate for some strange reason, all I have to do is pull the silent treatment, and I realize just how powerful I really am.
Number 2, the narcissist does not want you to know that there is a right way to handle their smear campaign. We all know how good the narcissist is at throwing mud on your name if you have discarded them, or even if they have discarded you. Nothing gets the narcissist more narcissistic supply than to make mutual friends view them as the victim and you as the bad guy. Or worse, nothing gives them more narcissistic supply than to turn your family, your friends, people that didn't know the narcissist before, your new acquaintances, your new friends, turned against you. They love that. And a lot of that happens by handling the smear campaign the wrong way. The narcissist knows that we are no match against their manipulative lies. Truth does not always prevail. We like to think that it does, but it really doesn't, not when you're dealing with a master manipulator. So when you try to expose the truth, that the fact that this person is lying about you, is smearing your name on purpose, is pretending to be the victim when they are the abuser, the more you try to expose the narcissist, the less people believe you and the more they side with the narcissist. So the right way to handle the smear campaign, what the narcissist does not want you to know, is that the best way to handle it is by continuing on with life no matter what they say about you, acting as if it doesn't touch you, not defending yourself, not saying anything, and not even trying to point the finger. Now, this is very hard to do because the narcissist is spreading their smear campaign, and then they are accusing you of spreading a smear campaign, even if you're not. They're reversing the victim and abuser roles. It's very hard to not get sucked into that game, but the best thing you can do is to not say anything, to not spend your time trying to make the narcissist look bad. When you do that, you completely cut off all narcissistic supply. It's like they need oxygen, they grab the mask, they put it on, and the oxygen tank is empty. That's what happens when they're seeking narcissistic supply by trying to get you to join the game in the smear campaign, and you do not join. There's nothing in that tank. There is no narcissistic supply for them. They hate that. They don't want you to do that. The right way is to do nothing, to move forward with your life, be busy, active, and happy, concentrating completely on yourself and not on what the narcissist is doing. Number 3, the covert narcissist, the hidden narcissist, the expert Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde narcissist, does not want you to know that they are very well aware that they are abusive and that what they're doing is abusive behavior. They don't want you to know that they know that what they're doing is wrong. How can you tell that the covert narcissist knows that what they're doing is wrong? Well, think about it. When the narcissist is in private, they scream, they yell, they insult, they act vulgar, they are awful, unkind people. However, in public, when they're around people that they want to impress, because to the covert narcissist, their image is more important than who they really are. So when they are in public, they appear to be the kindest, most patient, never upset person in the world. If they are able to change that behavior by being perfect or seemingly amazing in public and yet a nightmare in private, it's because they know that the behavior they're doing in private is wrong. If they didn't know it was wrong, they would be like that all the time. But they don't want you to know that they know their behavior is wrong, because if you knew that, you would stop hoping that you can get through to them. The narcissist likes to play the victim and have you focus on the fact that they had a rough childhood, or because of what they went through, they are that way. And again, that way of thinking, of getting you to view them as a victim, is their way of keeping you hoping that one day they will realize what they're doing and change. When the truth is, they know what they're doing and they don't want to change. They enjoy the narcissistic supply that they get by having others admire them and having the strength and power to control and manipulate you. That dynamic they love, but they don't want you to know that they know what they're doing is wrong, because then you'll know they won't change. Once you realize that the narcissist is Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, has two personalities because they want to, you begin to realize that you are a pawn in a game that you never wanted to play, and you're going to want out. That's why the narcissist doesn't want you to know that. That's why they confuse you into thinking that what they're doing is not abuse, or they will flip it and accuse you of doing what they do, so that you wind up focusing then on defending yourself instead of on the behaviors that the narcissist is doing. But those are three things they do not want you to know, because it will result in you wanting to protect yourself and leave the abusive relationship. So keep that in mind. If you've been handling it the way the narcissist wants you to handle it, it's time to evaluate your behaviors and what you can do to change yourself to protect yourself from abuse. And that leads me to the one secret that you have that you don't want the narcissist to know. And that is that you are learning about narcissism, about narcissistic personality disorder. Sometimes we're tempted, for those of us who still have not lost hope in helping the narcissist change, and you're still at the beginning stages of learning that what's going on, there's a name for it, it's an illness. There's a thought process that happens sometimes with victims, and we think, oh, if I could just tell him or her that this is what they have, then I could help them. We can work together and help them to heal from this disorder. What you don't realize is that the narcissist does not want to heal. And if you reveal that you are learning about narcissistic personality disorder, you run the risk of losing any kind of support and any kind of validation, any kind of link or bridge to true reality that you are finally getting a hold of, because the narcissist will begin to make sure that you are unable to get the help that you're seeking. If you are on social media and you are on groups that deal with narcissistic people, they will convince you that you are joining something that is attacking the good relationship that you have and will destroy the potential of what you guys can have together. And when you hear them talking positive about the relationship, you believe it at those beginning stages, and you can run the risk of deleting information that is helping you get clarity of mind. That's one reason you don't want them to know. The other reason is because you're going to learn tools that are going to empower you. But if the narcissist is aware of those tools, they can use them against you, and they can make it more difficult for you to learn these tools that empower you. Also, they can learn to be better narcissists. By learning the tools that help you, it doesn't make them better people. They become better narcissists. They're able to hide their abuse even more so, which confuses you even more. So that's another danger. And the third danger of revealing to them that you feel they have narcissistic personality disorder is the fact that in this beginning stage, you're still learning, you're still delicate, you're still confused, and you're still very vulnerable. They are very capable of twisting behaviors and pointing them out as if you are the narcissist. And that can be so confusing to a person at the beginning stages of unmeshing from a narcissist. They get very confused. So many go into therapy, and the first thing they say is, I think I'm the narcissist. That's usually a big red flag that they're not. But the fact that they even doubt it, the fact that they're that confused, is often because of the narcissist manipulation of finding out that you're learning about narcissism and twisting it and turning it till you don't know which way is up and which way is down. So be aware of these things that the narcissist does not want you to know. Evaluate your behavior if you're falling into the trap of their games. Begin to empower yourself by changing the dynamics to empower yourself to control not the narcissist, but your actions and yourself. In this way, you're protecting yourself, and continue to get clarity of mind until you're strong enough to make a decision that will truly help you to protect yourself against emotional abusers.